So today we're going to be looking at the La Liga Team of the Seasons and giving them their flowers, giving them their ratings, and most definitely some of them look incredible. Starting off straight away, Bellingham, it's Bellingham. As we could imagine, the only thing that I think is a little bit disappointing with some of them is obviously the fact that especially a lot of Liga F, they've got the same rating or at least a 1 upgrade from their Team of the Year. Bellingham has had a 1 upgrade, which is always nice. He has got the triple playstyle plus as well, which is always perfect. He's gone from having the technical and power shot, and now he's coming in at 12.6 mil with the power shot. No, with the technical, the anticipate, and if it wants to click it, the pinged pass. So he's lost the power shot, he's gained ping pass and anticipate. Still a very, very good card. Like, in terms of stats, that is one of the better ones for sure. When we look at a lot of the Liga F as well, when you kind of just go through quite a few of them, you look at Bonmati, the same rating, Putellas the same, Hansen the same. It is a lot of standard. I think Olga the same as well, or one? No. Oh, it's Battle who got one. So Battle didn't even get in. Unless she's an SBC later on, which will be interesting. But when it comes to someone like a Bonmati, she got the 97. To be fair, at least she has got a pretty decent upgrade still. To say that they are the same rating, getting 3 across the board, 1 dribbling, 5 defending and 4 physical. I don't know how she's not gone up 1 more as well. And by no means am I saying that because they are the same rating that they are not very good. They are still very, very good. And they will be, again, at a very certain price. Obviously, with the triple playstyle plus. Hansen, for instance, 8 million coins compared to her 2.8. She has got a bit of defending upgrade if you really wanted to, which is clearly where they're just adding stats in. But she's gone from having the whipped pass and the also Travella to then having the lovely rapid plus, which I think is perfect for her. And again, with the flair and the finesse. I think it's a decent comparison between her. Obviously, the stat-wise, it's only like a 1 or 2 on actual stats, but they are still top of the top. Putellas is definitely the same in this list as well. She has got only like a couple of stats upgrade from her. She is here. She's absolutely unbelievable. Then we obviously have got, where have she gone? Handsome. It's an obvious S category. S plus is just an easy one, and I don't know why this is not an A. I must have got rid of the wrong one, but that's the move. Then if we look at a few others, we've obviously got Greasy coming in incredible with his 6.2 million value. He's got himself the technical, the quick step, which I think is a bit of a waste in my eyes. I think that is not the playstyle plus that I want together. Obviously, pick and choose, you kind of can't. And I am looking for Griezmann on this list. Here he is. His 6.2 mil, though, is a good upgrade from his 91. I think that had... Are you looking for coins to improve your team? Then you need to head over to lootbar.gg, the most reliable and the best coin service you can find. Also, they have incredible 24-hour manual customer service that you physically cannot find anywhere else. But before finishing on lootbar.gg, make sure you are using JT11 to get 8% off coupon. Once you've gone through the payment, you'll be able to get your coins within the next 24 hours. Absolutely guaranteed. Also, with the code, you'll be able to get 5% more coins on every transaction. Make sure you do click the link either in the description or down in the comment section below. Finesse and technical, which works. I don't like the technical into quick step. I just don't think it really works that well. In my opinion, you might have found a way that I've personally not used. Most of my players have rapid, so it's not as if I'm sitting here with everybody on the technical and the quick step together. He is a 5.5, which is perfect in itself. He's got the finesse. He's an easy S plus category striker. There's no shadow of a doubt. And the same for our man Vinny. And I'm going to put, because Valverde's down here as well, he is one that I want to go to as well after this. Vinny is Vinny-esque sort of card again. Gone from his 92 Thunderstruck into this beautiful 96. Quick step into technical again with the finesse, exactly the same as Greasy, both the same rating. Obviously with Vinny the pace is considerably better. Shooting wise, Griezmann definitely takes it, and dribbling, Vinny's going to be back on that list again. The only thing with Vinny, and I can't remember if they did the same with an early Neymar, what is the 84 composure all about? Like, he's still going to be unreal. Like, that's why he's still 9 million. Of course he is, but why so low on that composure? It just is something that I don't get why they do all the time. It was normally shot power for Neymar over the years. That was an absolute killer for him. One thing I do want, let's have a look at him, because when it comes to Neymar's past, if we went I don't know how far down the delve the stats go. Say first year into FIFA 16, it's kind of probably more the PSG, but say we go for the 88. Oh, they didn't have. I was going to say, I know that they changed the stats, so I didn't know if they had the composure or not, but realistically, Vinny's unreal as it is. Now, another one that I absolutely love is Valverde. I have been waiting for this card ever since his gold came out, because the gold was like 200k month, 2 months into the game. Everybody else dropped. It was Mbappe, it was Putiella, Bonmati. You obviously had a bit of Vinny in there, and Valverde as a midfielder. Now we've finally got the 96. He's had a couple of decent cards since. The Team of the Year Honourable was very nice, but we did get past it. Like, we were way into better centre mids, and I was waiting for that upgrade. And once Team of the Season got slightly around the corner, you knew full well that they were going to wait for him. And they've given him a great card. Relentless, I could deal with. At least you get some bonus from it. Rapid, fantastic. He can carry the ball massively. And the Anticipate, amongst then the stats that are just unreal. And clearly they didn't want to give him the 90 across everything, but what a card. The engine as well is just the one to go with. Easy, easy, easy S plus category player. Now, if we kind of stop milking all of these S plus players, if we go into a few of the lower ones, there's of course got to be. There's bound to be. When we look at like the is it Girona, I want to say? I know that they're, I think, second in La Liga, or last time I checked. It is Girona, isn't it? Yeah, Girona. There's obviously a few low ones. And to be fair, they've been included, which is nice. It seems like we've got quite a lot of players, to be honest. But we have got a few low. You got Vivian. And I'm not saying that they're totally unusable, but if we put Vivian in comparison to a Konate, a Virgil, a Ramos, a Upamecano, they're not holding a candle. It's just not happening. But we look at a few of them. They've got a few nice stats, but realistically, they're 50k for a reason. When we do look at some of them, though, when kind of like is it Savio, I want to say, the Brazilian, phenomenal card. Absolutely loved his future star. I can't even find him. There's so many players. Where is he? So we put Vivian in. The goalkeeper is unfortunately just not going to happen. Where is Savio? I haven't put him in already, have I? You've probably spotted him. There he is. Brilliant card. For the price. That is kind of what I want to just state there before we go into just kind of going through him. He is a great card for pace. Like, he is so quick. If you did that future star of him, a fantastic upgrade now. Nico Williams, another one the same. Loved his Dynasties. I think he had two, didn't he? Pretty sure he had two different. Yeah, he had the Future Stars 89, then he had the 86 Dynasties with his brother. Now again, we've got the same once more. We've obviously got Inaki Williams as the objective, and then we've got Nico Williams as the left mid as well. So a lovely pairing between them. Both of them absolutely rapid, which is just incredible. And either ends of the pitch, you've got the left mid and the right mid together. They're standard. Like, they're not going to be next world beaters, but most definitely as a brother combination in that La Liga team, it will cost you 80k and an objective to get both of them. That's not bad at all. We then also have Simon, I believe it is. Standard keeper, I've ever seen it. Again, it's just one of them. I don't think he's got the animations personally to carry through. You could probably argue in the base, but I feel like you could get something out of him at least. Then we also have Isco. Now, I didn't know he was doing this well. Like, obviously, you hear the news of La Liga, and it's normally Real, Barca, a little bit of Girona because they're doing really well for all things considered. And then you kind of miss out on the Real Betis, even Atletico Madrid. It seems like it's been quiet, most definitely. But look at this card. He's got a beautiful glow up from his 87. He's managed to get the fire and ice. Then he's gone up straight to a 94. 5-star, 4-star, Travella technical ping pass. A very decent cam. I can imagine he will drop down massively in price. And most definitely he's going to be kind of that Royce-esque level. I don't even know what Royce got to in the end, but that is kind of where he's going to be. He's not going to be the crazy player, but as we've got so many cams now from the Bundesliga especially, I mean, he stayed at the 800. That's pretty crazy. I really thought he would have dropped massively, to be honest. I know, to be fair, 300. So he may actually even keep a little bit of price, which would be nice. Now I've got to find him. I would easily go with an S for him. I think just straight off looking at him now, I'm thinking, okay, S is definite. In game, surprisingly better, and you'd kind of think from the stats to begin with that he's kind of just standard. Like, we've got a lot of these cards now, and you could go to every single one. You look at a centre back, They've now got 88 and above pace. They've got 93 and above defending physical. You're looking at an aerial, an anticipate, a slide tackle, and it is now down to animations. Genuinely, who you like more, to be honest. I think you could get away with a lot of these team of the seasons and still be very happy. Like, if you built a team around the low team of the season, they may not go against like a team of R9, Mbappe, Bellingham. Like, that's fair enough. There's gonna be a little bit of advantage there. But most definitely, they're not going to be absolutely swamped like if you went from an icon team to a gold team. That's not the point of Team of the Season. Team of the Season is to level everybody off on a playing field. We then get the Euros, which is an every 2-year thing, which is just an added extra bit. Shapeshifters add another layer to it. And then footies, everybody just gets everybody. So it is that sort of end game where everybody starts to play with a bit of everybody. Then we obviously have the Ukrainian striker looking decent, to be fair to him. He's had a few decent cards throughout the year. He is very much discard. Obviously, he got himself a couple of informs, a nice player of the month, and we've got a 32k 91. But pace-wise, shooting, he's got the finesse, the power header, the first touch, some decent dribbling, good amount of strength. He's not a terrible striker in the long run of it. Now, I'm not sitting here and saying he's going to be the next crazy striker that you're going to play with. He's not a Balotelli in my eyes, but he definitely is better than the kind of bog standard, I imagine. We then move back to the women with Athena. Now, this is kind of the also issue with evolutions because you've got the 94. Granted, if we went with the 92, so for instance, we went and changed this, we then get apparently nobody. Well, we can't see it. Oh, there we go. I was going to say. So we could actually make her a 93 if we really wanted to. So you'd go right side star into Team of the Season attacker. Like, stat-wise, defending, yes, is massive. I don't need her to defend if she's a right wing. We get a bit more on, obviously, the shooting in the 93. And you've also got the 5'5". I don't know if she's 5'5 originally. She's not. So that is the difference at the minute, is some of the cards that are taking a big upgrade have already got better evolutions at times. And that's kind of the point. But with Athena, she's a very, very good card. She's a very good winger. Same as Salma. Very good down that wing. She is, I think, still coming in at a couple of, just over $1 million now still. In fact, she's in Liga F. She is 2.3 mil, 4-star, 5-star with the rapid, the power shot, and the first touch. Not a bad card at all. Again, there is some standard, bog standard cards in there. When we look at kind of like the centre back, the other striker that we've got in Alba as the objective. She's a 91, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, she was, as I say, she was absolutely worth nothing. So fodder is absolutely on the rise for her. 21,000, 91 striker. Again, you could give her a go, but to be fair, she is pretty much just going into the R9 SBC for me. Then we obviously have got the other women. We've got the, where are they? The centre-back. I've seen her, unless I've already put her in. That's fair enough. When it comes to the rest of them, though, then, so Bonmati is standard. Patry, she did have a 92 already, so I was surprised we didn't see a 95. Very, very standard card. She's got the stats, but she isn't necessarily as good as the other two, unfortunately. But we can still make it work. She would go into the S. Olga would go into the S, obviously. And I think then that striker, yeah, bog standard. Is that all the women? Oh, no, we've got a CDM. She's, yeah, I was going to say. I was like, I know she was in the back line as well. She was intercept, bruiser, long ball pass. I mean, it's just standard. Now, we do have two different rewards. I don't know why we've not had these for all of the games, all of the teams. I don't quite understand. But we've got Aspilicueta and we've also got Fekir. Now, Aspilicueta is playing 15 matches in playoffs and also Champs Finals. And then Fekir is there for winning 13 in this week's Champs. So obviously with Aspilicueta, everybody can get him. If you've already played playoffs and you don't play technically 15 matches of Champs, say you leave or whatever, then you can play the playoffs after and still get it. Fekir, you have to win 13 this week to be able to get him. There is no other way. Now, I actually do like both of them, to be honest. Aspilicueta could have been unbelievable if he was lengthy. If he was lengthy, because he can go into that centre-back role, that could have been really good. As a right-back, I think he's good, but there is definitely better, and that's kind of the issue we've got. But as a centre-back, he would have been brilliant with that lengthy. Without it, unfortunately, he's going to go in that bottom kind of end for me. Whereas Fekir, I think, is a decent card. He's always had great dribbling. He's got himself the stats that are absolutely worth it. And at least they are... They're doing it basically so you play the game, obviously, but at least you do get something back from it now. Like, you're getting yourself the 2 reds, then 2 or 3 reds depending on where you finish, then a Fakir on top of it. At the very minimum, I can only say at least that's a good thing. But dribbling wise for him, he's got that left foot. Could have been a 5-5, which would have really made him stand out in my opinion. We have got Ramos. Easiest S plus I can ever give. He is phenomenal. Same as Rudiger, to be honest. They have got 2 very, very good centre-backs this year. Obviously, we would have loved a Militao. Whether he did enough, I don't know, but clearly he didn't, unless it's going to come as an SBC, which I doubt, seeing as though we got Koyunde. Now, Koyunde is a good card. He is a very good card, but the only problem I have with him is he's very standard. And that's going to be the problem throughout Team of the Season. But we've already had a Konate SBC coming in roughly the same sort of price. And he's got the slide tackle, I like. Block, you can get away with. And bruiser, it's okay. We need the anticipate. When we look at the difference between him and someone like Konate, who you would have done as an SBC if you was needing a centre-back, even then we look at Hanko, we look at any of the centre-backs we've got. You've obviously got the aerial, bruiser and block. So both of them, very standard. So you've got them pretty much the same sort of stats, the same level of playstyle pluses, like aerial probably just as good as slide tackle in terms of the actual meta of a playstyle plus. They've both got the block and bruiser. So if I've already done Konate, there's no point me doing Koyunde. If you've not done Konate, then fair enough. But I can imagine you've probably got centre-backs that are on that level already. Rodrigo managing to get himself into that 93, obviously going from his foot birthday as well, which was already 90 with the 5-4 or the 4-5. Great pace. It's funny because it's always been like a Ronaldinho to start with back in like my FIFA 10 days. Then you had obviously Neymar coming through. He was kind of the B-Tech Ronaldinho at times. Then Vinny came through. He was technically the B-Tech Neymar, just in career paths because they're not obviously as old. Then Rodrigo's popped up. Whether I'd say is the B-Tech Vinny, I think that would be a little bit harsh. They're both kind of in it together. Vinny clearly being the winner, but it's nice to see that we do get the Brazilian pairings up there as well, which is going to be incredible next year. If Rodrigo does stay, then Vinny stays. Then they do get Mbappe and Bellingham. Like, that Team of the Season is going to be nuts. Obviously with Rodrigo, he's up there. Technical, power shot, Travella, can play the wings, the 5-4, the stats to pay it. He's obviously going up into that top category. Just the same as obviously Felix. Now, with Felix, this was the reason why, well, to be fair, it's hardly like I'm going to sit here and say I expected him to get a Team of the Season, because I don't know how well Barcelona have done or not. All I know is they sacked Xavi, he came back, they sacked him again. So that's all I know on how the Barca season's going. But this card is beautiful. Now, if you did the showdown, to be fair, is there much difference? Because obviously with the showdown, a lot of people did the showdown boost winners. So already there, you're looking, I can't even click it. So you're looking at 95, 92, 91, 90. Okay, it's done it anyway. So if you look at the difference, like for 2.8 mil, you've got the chip shot and the technical. Fair enough, they will change. You've got Trickster, technical and quick step. To be fair, you might as well just go with the showdown. If you've already got that showdown, I wouldn't be too kind of hyped to go on to that next version. He's not even the 5-5, but he is still a very good card, and that's the one thing we've got to take. If you've done the 91, upgraded him to the 92, you don't need him. He is absolutely fine like that, but it's still a very good card to get if you've obviously looked at him already. We then also have Lauan coming in as 2 million coins. He has got the Rapid Plus, but I just think he just isn't Haaland. That's the problem. The build of him, big, strong, quick on the team. It's a artificial pace. It's not his true pace. Whereas Haaland is absolutely rapid at his height. Lauan isn't. He's not meant to be. He's an absolute goal scorer. Same as Kane, but Kane seems to get away with it. And the only problem with him as well, when we look at him, he is controlled lengthy to start with, which is nice, but you'd want the engine, you'd want something to go. You don't need any more shooting, but it puts him in controlled. So unfortunately, you can't even get the right pace because you need him controlled lengthy to be able to do something. And as you can imagine, the engine is the number one vote. So it is annoying because the controlled lengthy could make him at least decent enough on the long haul. You're going to have to play with him correctly. I don't think he's going to be in the S plus for me in terms of Vinny. When we look at Rodrigo, It's personal, my opinion, because obviously that's the striker I sort of like. The rapid plus, the finesse shot. Obviously having himself with the rapid is nice, but it just doesn't work as well as I'd really want it to be. Cancelo with a massive, massive upgrade as well. Honestly, I don't know where half of these come from. The Barcelona boys are absolutely enforced. You would have thought they've won the league with A, how many cards they've got, and B, how high rated they are. Genuinely incredible to see. Arejo as well is another one that easily going into that S+. There's no debate there. Camavinga would go into the S for me. Traore would go into the A+. Carvajal, it's a little bit too late for him. I think he is, again, another good right back, but there's so many out there. Like, there isn't much difference between these two. Like, you look at the stats, you look at the play styles. It's just the difference that he's at Real Madrid. That is why you kind of think, oh, Carvajal should be better. Cancelo, on the other hand, intercept, whipped pass. He's got himself the long ball pass as well. 4-4. He's gone from his 89 back in his team of the group stage days to this 95. Very, very decent left back, which is always nice to see. And then finally we have got Gundogan, the beautiful centre mid, 93 rated, very, very standard in the game, 544, 4-4, decent stat upgrade. He's got the anticipate, tiki-taka and finesse, so he's actually managed to get a bit of everything. Instead of having anything pace related, a defensive one, a passing one and a shooting one. I mean, it's a decent one nonetheless, so he's easily going to go into that S+. Let me know down below what you think. Make sure you do like and subscribe, and let me know who have you got in your FUT Champs rewards. Peace.